Hi, this is Peter Godinez, your ambassador. We're here with K80YTV.net with another series of Meet the Candidate. And we have now Steve Huber that is running for City Council. He was brave enough to tell us about the human side of him, and for those who would like to see the beautiful side, the family side, the background, it is available in our archives. But now it's time to talk about just his run for City Council. This is a gentleman who's dedicated to be on that council. And Steve, thank you again for taking time out of your busy schedule to talk with us and our viewers.
You're very welcome, and thank you for the invitation.
It's always good to have you here. So let's just start off with some basics. City Council, what are some of the basic platforms that you're running on?
There's a number of issues that Oxnard faces that I want to address. First off, I think that our City Council is dysfunctional. They're in a death spiral right now. Everyone's looking out for themselves. They're doing just the bare amount, and nothing's getting done. So we need to make sure that that death spiral stops. I also think that we have some issues with crime and graffiti. We have some infrastructure issues, our roads, our alleys, our wastewater treatment plant, and also our budget isn't a very healthy budget, and we don't have very good reserves right now. And so those are some of the issues. There's a number of other issues, but the main issues are the council is not a functional organization with the rest of the city residents, staff, etc. We have crime issues that we need to take care of so we have a safe city. And our infrastructure, I think, we have 200,000 people in our city, and our infrastructure's built for about 170,000, and we need to really get that under control because we're growing at 10,000 people every year or so. So we need to make sure that we're predicting the future now so that we're not too far behind. And then the final thing is that, I've been paying attention to City Council. I've been attending the City Council, and I was at the last budget meeting, and they barely passed the budget because they didn't understand how to pass a budget. And that needs to stop, and I can do that. And so we need to make sure that we take care of that budget and have a healthy reserve.
Let's take the first one. Sure. You said that there are, let's call it, some opportunities for change within City Council. Mm-hmm. Would you consider yourself a catalyst to change the way you describe the City Council mixture? Would you say some of your background would apply for that?
Yeah, I have a lot of experience in leadership and change management, transformational leadership, and that's taking a good organization and making it great. And to do that, you have to be a team builder. You have to be able to work with everyone on the team and have a single focus and a direction that moves the city forward. I'm not seeing that right now, and I think I can come in and on the first day bring that skill set to the table and get the city moving forward. And so we need to do some team building, and we need to bring functionality back to the council and the staff and the residents and the businesses. We're all together. We all have to work together to move the city forward. And so with my leadership, I can definitely take the city forward.
Now, some people say that part of Oxnard's problem is more of a perception problem. What would you say about that in regards to how people view the city, whether it's within Ventura County or someplace outside of it?
Now, that's a great observation. I've heard that some people think they don't like roses because they have thorns on their bushes, but some people like thorn bushes because they have roses. So it's all in your perspective. And I think if you have a positive attitude, Oxnard's a great place to live. We have wonderful, wonderful resources that we need to take advantage of, and we're not doing that right now. And so what we need to do is make sure that we're always looking to the future and it's always positive. Yes, there's some issues. I'm not talking about going around with rose-colored glasses. We have to make sure that we pay attention to what the problems are, solve those problems, and move forward, but not dwell on the past, because that just holds you back. We need to move forward. And that's just a matter of having leadership and focus and some innovative ideas and getting rid of waste. And we can do that. I can do that. I've done that in different organizations that I've led, and that's actually what I do for a business. I help good organizations get great, become great, and I can do it. Let's get going right now. I'm ready to go right now.
I can tell. Now, again, one of the other things that's about Oxnard and Ventura County well is the D word, which is diversity. I mean, we have in Oxnard a lot of diversity. I mean, how does one actually handle, manage, value diversity in a city such as Oxnard?
The greatest thing about Oxnard is our diversity and our neighborhoods. And the one thing that I've noticed in going around the city from neighborhood to neighborhood is that the one common thing about all of the diverse cultures is our families. We all value our families. We all value what goes on with the families, the fun, the food, the parties, the talking and celebration. And so family is the key to all of this, and that diversity needs to be embraced. We're all from different places, and if you take that hyphen away, we're all Americans, we're all from Oxnard, and that's what we need to focus on, is that we are all Oxnard, whether it doesn't matter what your culture is, what your diverse background is, we're all together, and we need to take advantage of that, and actually have some ideas for a future session to talk about what we need to do with our diverse background and how we can move the city forward.
Now, how would you handle, I know that all cities have challenges, I think you'd agree with that, but I think politicians in general, not to categorize all politicians, are accused of saying what the people want to hear prior to the election, but then do something else. I mean, how do you think you will balance between having an optimistic attitude, before the election, and then really sticking to the implementation plan and making a difference, when you're elected?
That's a great observation. For me, I realize that I'm now a politician because I have my signatures to be on the ballot. Mm-hmm. But to me, my word is my bond, that I'm not going to say something that I can't deliver. And I'm going to make sure that I have facts to base my decisions on. And for the most part, that's how I'm going to keep going forward, is facts-based decisions as best as possible, take a balanced approach, hear all sides, and then just move forward so that we can have, the best city possible. I've done that in a number of organizations that I've led, and I've come in and basically taken some folks that were down in the dumps, and we became the best. We won some awards for the state, Malcolm Baldrige Awards and State Productivity Awards, because we were able to focus and bring our ideas together and then move forward.
Now, I'm familiar with the Malcolm Baldrige. That's a pretty big award that takes a lot of pages to win, a lot of documentations, a lot of judge and evaluation. So you've actually had that experience. You want to elaborate a little bit on that?
I've won the State Malcolm Baldrige Award 3 times. It's called the Eureka Award. The first time we did well enough to win a bronze award. The second year, silver. We got better and better. And it was just a matter, again, taking a look at our metrics, our measures of performance, our strategic visioning, and our execution. And then in the final year, we did win the gold award and also the Senate Productivity Award, because we had our act together, and it was just a matter of focus and leadership. We had some innovative ideas as well. And some of those were just, how do you measure things that have never been measured before? And we figured that out. Actually, I pulled the team together. They figured it out. I just got credit for it. But
that's very humble of you to say. And I wish our audience could actually know the significance of that. And I'm not sure if he's going to look it up and Google it and find out what it is, but I personally know that is a very challenging item to actually win. But one of the questions I have for you that's kind of wrapping things up, but I want to pull the visionary part out of you. Oxnard is just a great thing ready to happen. What do you envision Oxnard being in the future? If you had a magic thing to look at, what would you see this marvelous city looking like? Under your leadership, under your empowerment, delegating, managing diversity, and everything we've talked about. Give us a little feel for what would that look like. Go for it.
We're not that far away from my vision. Oxnard leads the way in a lot of areas. We are fantastic in things like wireless direction finding capability. We're fantastic in some of our planning capabilities. We're fantastic in some of the different things that we do on the staff. And And what we need to do is we need to make sure that everyone has measures of performance and that everyone has goals. And why don't we go for the Malcolm Baldrige Award? It gives us that vision, purpose, motivation, strategic decision making, and then we all are on the same page together and we move forward together. And eventually, not only do we win the Malcolm Baldrige for California, but nationally, and then all these other cities are asking Oxnard, how'd you do that? How'd you do that? You know, our advanced water treatment purification facility, Oxnard leads the way on that one. So that's part of the vision, is all that we have to pull everyone together and get a winning attitude and then go forward. And that's just a matter of folks like myself who would be on the council that have vision and have purpose and have motivation, because we've done it before. Let's go. Let's do it. So,
Got me excited.
let's go.
I just want to make sure our viewers know about your personal interview, because I wanted to ask you, but I'm gonna practice self-control here. But please look at Steve's Huben side, because I think that's well worth it. But hey, Steve, thank you very much. Thank you for being a part of our show. And again, Peter Godinez from KADYTV.net of Meet the Candidate. Oh,